emperor's new clothes. In sign language, the emperor's new clothes would be...
Once upon a time, there lived an emperor who was only interested in one thing: beautiful new clothes for himself. He didn't worry about anything else. All of the work of the country had to be done by other people. All the emperor wanted was to wear as many different outfits as he could each day, and to spend his time admiring himself in his hundreds of mirrors. One day, two strangers appeared. They pretended to be special tailors, but they were really two bad men who were going to take advantage of the emperor's vanity. "We have woven a very fine cloth," they said. "There is nothing quite like it anywhere in the world." The emperor was delighted, but he tried not to show his interest too much. "What is so wonderful about this cloth?" he asked. "This cloth is so remarkable that only the most remarkable people can see it," the first man said. "If someone does not deserve his position, he will not be able to see the cloth at all," the other man went on. The emperor knew at once he had to have a suit made from this cloth. Not only would it make splendid clothes for him, it would tell him if any of his ministers or other officials were undeserving of their jobs. "Start at once," he ordered. A house in the city was given over to the two men for the work. All day long, they could be seen scurrying about, upstairs and down, acting as busy as if they really had been doing anything. In spite of all this activity, the emperor was very impatient. He couldn't wait to see himself in the clothes that the two promised no one else in the whole world would have. He sent for his chief minister. "Go to the two tailors," he commanded. "Report to me at once when I will be getting my new clothes." "Yes, sir," said the minister, bowing and smiling his way out of the royal presence, but he wasn't really happy. "Suppose," he thought as he went along, "suppose I'm not clever enough to see this cloth? What if I'm not fit for my high office? Whatever will I do then?" The two men welcomed him. One pretended to hold a length of cloth. "Look, minister," he said, "isn't this the most beautiful color, the finest weave you've ever seen?" The minister rubbed his eyes. He couldn't see any cloth at all. Yes, the minister said. "It's the finest thing I've ever seen." But he knew he hadn't seen anything at all. Back he went to the palace. "Oh, Majesty," he said, "it's the finest, the most beautiful, the most..." He ran out of breath trying to describe what he hadn't seen. The emperor was even more eager for his fine new clothes. "But what," he thought, "if I cannot see them? Am I really fit to be emperor?" The only person as concerned about the emperor's new clothes as the emperor himself was the dressing servant. So the emperor sent him to see the cloth, while he himself tried to be satisfied with the clothes he actually had. But when the dressing servant reported on the unequaled beauty of the clothes, the emperor lost all of his patience. "Give them more gold, give them more everything," he ordered the treasurer. "Only get me those clothes." Excitement ran through the kingdom. People were full of curiosity about the new fine clothes, each one worried about whether he or she would be able to see them. At last, the great day came. The two tailors, who had been given as much gold as they could carry, announced that all was ready. The carriage should take them quickly out of the country was ready too, but they didn't announce that. Up they strode to the palace, right into the emperor's vast dressing room, looking as proud and important as they could, pretending to be carrying the precious clothes. The emperor stood on a little platform, a mirror in his hand, mirrors all around him, still more mirrors held by all of his servants, and the ministers and members of the court gathered around him. The two men fussed about, pretending to be fitting the clothes, making him turn this way and that. The emperor peered at himself in the mirror, pretending he was wearing the finest clothes, but no one could see a single stitch. "Perfect," said one of the tailors. "Perfect," said the other. "Now your majesty must go out and show the rest of his country. Let us see if your subjects are fit for their jobs." A grand parade was organized. The people all gathered. Everyone oohed and awed as the emperor strolled along. How beautiful, all the people said to each other. All except one little boy. "But the emperor has no clothes on," he cried. Everyone tried to quiet the little boy, but they all had to admit the truth, even the emperor, as he raced back to the palace. As for the two strangers, they were already gone. No more was ever seen of them, or of the gold they had taken, than was ever seen of the cloth that they pretended to weave.
So, who knows what being deaf means?
Not being able to hear.
Not being able to hear, absolutely. Like I said, when babies are born, sometimes they can't hear. Or even when babies are born and they can hear, they get really sick when they're older. They can also lose their hearing. So how do deaf people talk? With a series of movements, facial expressions. Every word in sign language can be made into a word that we, as hearing people, can hear. So if I say to you, "My name is Taylor," sign language, that would be, okay? I could say, "I'm so excited to be with you all today, sitting down here and reading," or in sign language, like, be reading, okay? Just like how we as hearing people have the alphabet, deaf people also have the alphabet. Passwords on. So real quick, we'll get some alphabet going on.
This is just
I'll just a right piece of paper.
Me and my best friend, we actually signed with I.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all.
Well, we're gonna be learning the other 25 letters, so don't worry. Okay, so when I go through the alphabet, first time, you guys are gonna sing it, and I'll sign it. And then the second time, we'll all do it together, okay? And then we'll play a fun little game, okay? So whenever you guys are ready, start singing and I'll start signing.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Awesome. Okay, now you guys are gonna learn some sign language now. Okay, so we're gonna start with A. A is just hand up, fist up, with your thumb on the side. Thumb right on the side, it's just chilling by the side. Okay, so it's A. A. B is all fingers up, thumb across. Got it, got it. C is really easy, really easy. Just curve the hands. Now D is close the fingers, with one finger up. C. E is your fist just with the thumb. It's like A kind of. Just put the thumb right below all the fingers. Everyone do this. Do this. Take one hand down. This one hand out. F. F. G is a little complicated just in terms of all the turns you have to make, so point your finger up. I'm going to go down. I'm going to turn it around. Turn it back around. G. You know, H is really, really hard, so look careful, okay? It's really hard. H. Really hard. Okay? I. You know I. What's I? There you go. Pinky up for I. Okay. Now J, draw an upside down candy cane with the I. With the I. So with the pinky out, go down and make the swoop. There you go. K is a little tricky. You put this finger out, the finger right next to it, straight out, like laying down. And what your thumb is going to do is going to go right in the middle of those two fingers. Okay. Thumb's going to go right there. There you go. Good. There you go. Good job. Good job. Okay. L, super easy. There you go. There you go. Good job. Good job, honey. M, you're going to take your thumb, put it all the way underneath your third finger. Third finger. You got it, you got it. Great. Just like that. Now put those fingers down. Good job. Good job. Now N is kind of like M, but it's going to go one back. It's the second finger. Second finger. No.
I don't know.
It's okay, don't worry about it. O. Yeah, it's exactly like a circle. You're exactly right. O. That's fine. It still looks like a no. Now P, if you remember the K, how it's kind of weird. P is going to be with the thumb in the middle of the two fingers, and then just tilt it down. P is exactly like K, just tilt it down. Yeah, and then it's going to go downwards. Let me see. You got to make sure your thumb's in the middle of the two fingers. It's okay. It's okay, don't worry about it. Listen, I was not good at this at first either, believe me. You should have seen me. I was like, ugh, I was not good at it.
Take a break.
Go to C.
Oh, go to C. I'm sorry. Okay. Go to C.
Please now Q. Q, imagine you're something as like a grain of salt or a grain of rice is in the middle of your two fingers. These two fingers. Now just put it downwards. That's Q. Q. Now R, you know, like when you really hope like something's gonna happen, like really, really hope. R. There you go. Good job, honey. Good job. S. S is easy. You know, for A, we put the thumb on the side. For S, it's going to be the thumb on top. Exactly. Good job. Good job. Thumb on the outside. Now T, take the thumb again. The thumb does a lot of work in the alphabet. A lot of work. It's going to go right underneath the first finger. It's kind of like I got your nose. I got your nose. Yeah, just think of that when you have to do the T. U. Which one? The T? S. S is just your fist. Your fist. With the thumb on the outside. There you go. You got it. You got it. Good job. So then the S is on the front and the T is under the first finger. Now for you, it's two of those fingers up. Kind of like Scout's Promise. You know how like Boy Scouts, they always have, yeah, exactly like that. Good job. Facing outwards. Facing out. Now V, you just take that U, break it in half.
No.
Break it in half. Exactly like that.
I didn't.
You did it. You did it. You guys are doing a great job. Now for W, you just make a W. Now X is a little tricky, okay?
I know like this.
You can do that, but that's not good. Fine. For X, you take your finger up. You're gonna put. It's gonna be like D when you put your finger up, and then all the other fingers are curled under. What we're gonna do with this finger is you're gonna curl it. Exactly like that. Curl it like that. That's X. That's X. Yeah, that's exactly like that. Now Z. Z is really easy. I promise. Oh, we skipped Y. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so Y is pinky up, thumb out. Kind of like when surfers go like, yeah, like what up? Yeah, this is Y. Yeah, facing outwards. And now Z, after we did Y because I skipped it, use your finger and then just draw the Z. Draw the Z. Draw the Z. Yeah. So now, with this, you guys can try practice spell your own name now.
Good morning, boys and girls. It's still morning. How you guys doing? You having fun learning sign language? I never learned sign language. I was learning too. See? You never stop learning. Even when you're an old guy like me, you still can learn stuff. So I'm confused. What's an elementary? When you guys did the alphabet, right? You said elementary. What's that? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and then you said elementary. What in the world is an elementary? Can you explain it? Can you explain what an elementary is?
No.
No? Can you? Who knows what you said it. Who knows what an elementary is?
It's the letters L, M, N, O, and P.
Oh, you guys said it so fast. I thought it was a word. It's not a word? Oh, man, that's so silly.
Sign language is silly.
Oh, that's silly? All right. Well, I tell you, I think what happens here at the Sewaren Library is really, really cool. And I think we have 3 young people here who do great things, and they help other young people who are even younger than them. And I'm talking about the 2 ladies right up here. You know who they are. Elizabeth Spiller and Kara Mitch, right? Isn't what they do for you guys really cool? A few weeks ago, we have the Mayor's Volunteer Awards, and they got a Mayor's Volunteer Award. Isn't that great? And also Vincent Marone, who's also a middle schooler, as they are, and he comes out and he does the Minecrafter Club all the time. So these people, young people, give up their Saturdays when they could be doing anything. They could be out playing, they could be out with their friends, but instead, they come here and they help little kids play games or read or learn to play the games. I think it's just wonderful. So we've got special awards again for them. Well, first of all, let me call up, we have 2 of our council people here. What grade are you guys? Anybody 4th grade yet? You don't know, you are 4th? Do you know the different branches of government? I could quiz you. What's the mayor? What branch of government is the mayor? Who? You said it. What'd you say? Who? No. Legislative is not that. What's the mayor? Begins with an EX. Excellent. Yeah, I know. Thank you very much. I know. Executive branch of government. And these 2, Nancy Drum and Corey Spiller, come on up, guys. They're the legislative branch of government. And whenever I go out, what's the first thing I say? Welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. You know, we're the best town around because we have the executive branch and the legislative branch that work together so well together. There's other towns where they don't work together. There's a town, a couple towns north of us, where the mayor is suing the council person, and they had a fist fight. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not fighting Nancy Drum. No. Oh no. She would hurt me. But seriously, the mayor and the council person at a council meeting had a fist fight. I look at that stuff and I laugh every day. I said, those poor people in that town, and they don't have the mayor and the council literally fighting each other. I said, oh boy, am I glad I'm not the mayor of that town, and I'm glad I don't live in that town. So anyway, if you guys would help me here, can you get me the first couple of proclamations? There is another one here for Elizabeth Spiller. Congratulations. One for Vincent Marone. Come on up, Vincent. Get Karamich. You can't find it. These are some adults we're going to give a proclamation to. Probably the last one. There it is. And Karamich. Congratulations. And we also want to give some to the adults. So I'll tell you a long story, not a long story, but a story from a long time ago. I think it was back in 1994 or so. The town used to have 9 libraries, and the mayor at the time closed a bunch of the libraries. And this was one of the ones that was supposed to close, except a bunch of people got together from town and said, we're not going to let the mayor close this library. There used to be one in Port Reading. Now it's the educational center. What else? There's still Ford's, Colonia, Island, Woodbridge. Avenel, where was that?
Now the child care.
Yeah, on Avenel Street, right? That's now a daycare center. And there's, the little one in Island on the bend at New Dover Road in Chena Hills. That was closed, but now it's the football place. And there's one more I can't think of. A Hopalong Library. Where was that one? Okay. So there was 9, now there's only 5. But this one is really cool because a bunch of people kept it alive. And I don't know, Laura, do you go back that far? I mean, no, I know you're here a long, long time. But were you part of the group that kept it?
I was president of the library.
Oh, so here, that's why we're giving Laura Kohut a proclamation. She was the president back then. I knew you were active right after that, so I got a proclamation for Laura Kohut and Richard Kohut. They were very instrumental in making sure this building stayed as a library. So come on up, Laura. Congratulations. Thank you. And also we have one for Rich Marone. I don't see Rich, but we have one for Gail Marone. They're the parents of the great Vincent Marone. I don't know. Congratulations. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you.
Now we're going to take pictures of me and you with the proclamation, and I want you to go home and put it on your refrigerator. You got a few? Dave Belinda, I don't see Dave here. Pam Body. Pam's not here. Belinda Kirshner's in the house. Belinda. Congratulations and thank you. I don't see Julie Luxa in the house. Is Linda Peterson? That's there. That's there you go. And Betty Sullivan, congratulations. Betty Sullivan, no. So all these people, the reason you're here right now and able to take advantage of this great facility is because of the work they did. So let's give them one more big round of applause. And I hope you guys have fun the rest of the day, and thank you to Taylor for teaching you some sign language. I don't know about you, but my hand hurts. Me and Corey are trying to do all this stuff, and my hand hurts.
You get used to it, I promise.
Yeah, okay.
We have something for you.
Oh, we do?
We do. We want you to wear this with pride.
Oh, Sewaren Free Public Library shirt.
Okay.
2XL, good size. Oh, wow, pretty cool, huh?
And I don't think you have a library card to here.
I do not have a library card here. Oh, wow. My very own Sewaren library card. I do read a lot. I read a lot of different books. My favorite author is John Grisham, and I also like James Patterson and a woman called Janet Ivanovich who writes these funny books about Trenton, all kinds of stuff going on in Trenton. It's real cool. What do you guys read? Who's your favorite author?
I don't read.
You don't read? Come on, of course you do.
Got James Comey. So
Oh, I want to get that too. I know James Comey's book.
pretty interesting.
How about you, Cor?
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. That's a safe thing to say.
That's great.
All right. So you guys keep reading, keep having fun here. We're glad we can keep it open for you, all right? Thanks very much. See you guys later. Miss Inman?
Just, just to add on to pretty much covered everything, to thank everyone who kept the library here. I remember back then when Laura and the others worked really hard to keep it together, Nikki Reiser and a whole bunch of Sewaren folks. So we appreciate all that. I spent my childhood years at the Barron Arts Center. It was a library, and we lived nearby, and all my friends used to go down into the basement and read Pippi Longstocking, and it really was a place for us to go. And I'm so happy to see that you have the passion to keep all of this going, and you have the children here to enjoy that and have that as a memory for the rest of your lives. So congratulations.
Corey?
Thank you, Nancy. Later on, when people ask me, how's your day, I'm going to say fantastic. This is the reason why. What a great job to see the kids, the volunteers, and thank you to all the volunteers and staff here for making this happen. My Elizabeth, I get to hear her, talk about the library and so many great things, a great summer program. So you get the chance, take a look at the Sewaren Free Public Library and come on down. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. Let's go back to your lessons, okay? All right, bye-bye.